Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's Red again, just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So guys, this is going to be another one of them crazy Matrix talk videos. So kind of just go with it, because I just went out for a little late night walk to try and get grounded, and I started getting like some messages and shit. So we're just going to go with it anyway. So yeah, let's just begin. So the whole human experience is basically you're meant to actually experience different things. You learn right from wrongs, your likes and dislikes. And wait, this is just something that's just coming to me quickly. If there's some ways of, you can get lost with, I don't know what I like and what I don't like. Well, to find out what you do like, a good way to find that out is by finding out what you don't like. Let me say that again. And the only one way to find out what you do like is by finding out what you don't like, right? In the whole human experience. So, I don't know, if going out clubbing isn't your thing, or you've probably gone out clubbing, had not had a bad experience, but just disliked the whole clubbing thing, so you choose not to go out, right? And it works different for other people. So you might have people that like going out, and sometimes going out can just be a part of it. Kind of like escapism in a way, but it's still an experience. But let's proceed anyway. Yeah, the whole human experience is about experiences. So I was just thinking, there's a lot of the masses not experiencing life and living life to the fullest. It's funny how people that find out, well, this is some people, not all, because I've been watching some stuff, and even reading, like people that have near-death experiences, and people that find out they got a terminal illness and stuff, they seem to start living life when they have a crisis, yeah? Interesting, yeah. After having my first ego death and dark night of the soul, I started living more, which is very interesting. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I did. Even though I was not, I was always open. I wouldn't say no. Like I wouldn't say no to trying an experience. Yeah, because the only way if you're gonna try something, if you like something or dislike it, is by trying it. And just to say, yeah, you've tried it to a certain degree. No, this doesn't mean everything, because I know some people might take this a bit mad. Within means, yeah. But that's just me, innit? Like I'm saying to you guys, go out and enjoy life, because even I don't know. Say for instance, like the housewives in, I don't know, the 80s and early 90s or whatever, they didn't actually really experience life. Like they were just at home doing the cooking and cleaning, being the baby machine maybe, and in a lot of cases being married to someone who they fell out of love with, and the husband's having an affair or whatever, and the mum has just got to hold that. So she's basically had a whole lifetime of not experiencing and having the same routine, if that makes sense. When there's there's a whole world out there. Don't let the Matrix get you, keep you fooled. Like, you have to do the mundane shit that the Matrix says, or you're a bad citizen. Listen, that's what they always keep saying. And one thing I've noticed just now, which is quite funny, is you see a lot of signs just going around the matrix, just in general, like don't smoke, don't park here, don't do this. But what are they actually telling you to do? They're not actually telling you to do much. They're telling you to obey orders, basically. And it's funny. If you watch They Live, it's a good film to explain what is actually the Matrix as well. But yeah, there's so much to experience, so much, and people, the social media and the media will have this, I don't know, celebrity lifestyle that's captured a lot of people. And they're turning their power externally instead of internally. So when you find it internally, you don't need it externally, right? So you're gonna have a lot of, and numbers don't have an end. So money doesn't have an end. So if you're chasing money, you're gonna be chasing it for a very, very long time and still not find satisfaction. And yeah, life is just for experiencing, and you should experience as much as possible, and live life without no regrets as well. So you can look back on your life and say, yeah, I did that, I learned from this, and I moved on. If you like, obviously we'll all make mistakes on the journey, but it's about acknowledging them mistakes and making amends with them mistakes also. But as long as you're not harming anyone else on your journey, experience as much as possible. Because even in certain religions, they're saying, don't do this, don't do that. It's another form of crowd control, right? So, just using this as an example, right? Even in the Bible it says it as well. So, it's not aimed at just Muslim people, but in the Quran and the Bible, God or Jesus said you shouldn't eat swine, right? Yes, it is a shit meat, but if you haven't tried it, how do you know if you don't like it or not? Even though it's not the best meat to eat, right? But it's still an experience at the end of the day. How do you know if you like something if you haven't tried it, right? And you shouldn't within means, yeah, you shouldn't do something because someone else says you should do it. You should use your own discernment whether you want to do something or not, right? And you're going to learn from every experience. And also, most people let fear get in the way of them living life. Like, oh, I'm scared to do this, I'm scared to do that. So a lot of people stay in a cycle of not experiencing, should I say, because there's a whole range of things to do. It's funny enough because I'm fucking in hermit mode, so I've got kind of ideas of what I want to do, but the universe is just saying, nah, you just got to be turning inward and isolated at the moment. So this is fucking interesting. But yeah, like there's so much stuff to experience out there, so much stuff to experience. Traveling, facing your fear, trying new foods, just whatever you think of is an experience. And like I was saying before, try a new experience within as long as you're not hurting anyone else, because when you try a new experience, it actually brings your soul to life. Yeah, I tried something new, I achieved this, even starting to play a new instrument or taking a new route home. It's a new experience, right? So that's why I like to walk down different roads, because different roads will usually have different graffiti for me to look at and just different buildings and shit. So it's like, oh, I haven't been down this road, I'll check it out. And then usually I find a piece of street art or something that I'm drawn to. But that's just an example. But there's life to experience. But also, a lot of, this is a trick of the ego. The ego likes routine and doesn't like to try anything new. It doesn't like the unknown. So the ego will have you not experiencing because it will create fear in the unknown, right? So that's something the ego doesn't like. And this is like another ego trap, should I say. Because, like I was saying in previous videos, on most of my videos, there's only two main emotions in the universe, and this is love and fear, yeah? Fear is all ego-based, and love is all spirit. So as long as you're doing something with love and intentions, you'll most likely have a decent experience, should I say, because sometimes outside circumstances can get involved, so that may have an effect on your experience, yeah? But the ego doesn't like to try new things, so you may get great ideas. I want to do this, I want to do that, but then not actually take action in that, because the ego will create some drama. We can't do this because this will happen. We can't do that because that will happen, which is just an illusion to a lot of people. And also, like I was saying before, the ego likes routine and patterns that it's used to. It doesn't like the unknown. So getting up, doing your 9 to 5, a lot of people will, when if everything kind of just stopped, yeah, like the matrix collapsed, or just, for instance, yeah, if the whole grid collapsed for a day, a lot of people wouldn't know what to do with themselves. Like, for instance, in 2020, when everyone had a lot more free time, people didn't know what to do with themselves. It was lost. A lot of people couldn't sit with themselves because they have to keep themselves occupied by not looking at themselves, yeah? Where was I going with that? Yeah, that's a form of the ego. The ego lacks, it's another form of control. And this is from past programming, right? So whether you're religious or whatever, we've all been programmed in a certain way. And the ego lacks that program. But who we really are, that program is way obsolete, way obsolete. Like, people are keeping themselves in the box due to past programming and the ego, should I say, when there's outside of the box, right? Like, outside, because like I was saying before, I'm on the outside observing in, so I'm just kind of observing the matrix and experiencing. But so I'm on the outside looking in, which is interesting. But if you're on the inside, it can kind of suck, and people can't see a world outside of their comfort zone, which is quite sad, because when you step outside your comfort zone, that's where all the magic begins. Like, also, like I was saying, trying new things, exploring, getting to know new people, just different things. That's where the magic is. But another thing is that I was gonna say is the divine masculine and the divine feminine will experience the world totally different. The divine masculine energies are more logical thinking and action based. So instead of experiencing life, they're more trying to calculate life, yeah? And the divine feminine is more feeling in nature and intuitive. So I'm pretty balanced in energies, but I'm lazy, yeah? So I lean more to the divine feminine side. So I'm open, I receive a lot. Yeah. just in general, my energy is all about receiving, but I'm a giver in nature, if that makes sense. So it creates balance, which is mad. But yeah, the divine feminine is feeling in nature, so, and nurturing. So they both experience life totally different, which is hard for some people to get out of that mindset. And a lot of what's really weird, well, this is from past programming also, like the divine feminine. Well, there's a lot of females that are either working from wait, hold on, where was I going with that? Yeah, sorry. Through past programming, the majority of females are actually embodying masculine energy, yeah, and this is making them operate from like the wounded masculine. So they're going to be experiencing the world totally different, and this whole basically, and that's from past programming, like slavery and shit. You've got to be a strong, independent woman and don't need no man and all this blah blah blah. If you're interested in reading, I would recommend checking out The Making of a Slave by Willie Lynch. It will explain to you how programming was done. Anyway. But yeah, so with the divine masculine and divine feminine energies, we're also we're bringing them both into balance, because everybody embodies the divine masculine and feminine. So wherever you're at on your journey, you're going to be either operating from your divine masculine side or your divine feminine side, or you're going to be operating from wounded masculine or wounded feminine, and they have different traits towards. If you Google it, you get an understanding of the divine feminine and masculine energies. But yeah, we're bringing that into balance in this lifetime as well. So that's another thing. But yeah, this whole human experience is basically, it's about feeling your experience and experiencing life in general. Don't live life through someone else, yeah? Because there was a lot of past programming from the generations where the parents would live through the child, and we're still seeing that play out anyway. But yeah, this video is getting a bit long anyway. I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon with another video. Peace, love and light, tribe.